Hello, I'm Rachel Piper. Welcome to my channel, Size Diverse Pilates, where I'm trying to make Pilates more accessible to the larger population. Today we are going to do a simple and slower mat with a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can grab a king size quilt or a blanket or some stiff pillows or couch cushions, whatever, and you can use that to the same effect as you are here. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do this. You're going to lie back and you're going to place that bolster right in your mid back, maybe a little bit lower. I want you to be in a place where you can allow your shoulders to sort of open up and bring your head back. Now, if this is too much extension, go ahead and use something a little bit smaller. You can do this on the mat. The idea is that you're in a little bit of extension. And if your head isn't touching, go ahead and place a little pillow back behind to lift your head up a little bit. The legs are bent here, just so we can really focus on the upper back and not get into the low back when the legs are a little bit longer. From here, we're going to start with some arm circles. You're going to reach the arms back, open them out to the sides, and bring them up. 3 more like that. You can do some nice big inhales for half and exhales for half. The last one here. And then when we bring the arms up, we're going to flip the palms. They're going to go down. When we get down, we're going to open up the palms to the ceiling, bring the arms up and back around. So this is just a little bit of our arm series, just warming up the arms, warming up the chest and back, which is fantastic. And then maybe press your tailbone down just a little bit and bring the ribs a little bit more into the bolster. From here, we're going to come over our shoulders with those arms. From here, we're just going to reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and then bring the shoulder blades down to your bolster. Go ahead and do 3 more like that, where you reach up and pull back in. Reach up, pull back in. We get some nice shoulder mobility here in a nice, safe way because the bolster is there so we don't go too far. Then from here, you're going to be somewhere in between, not really reaching, not really pulling in. And we're going to do some flies. So open up those arms to the sides and bring them back in. Nice big inhale to open and exhale to pull in. 3 more here. Now you can always repeat this series again with some light weights. I really don't like to go above 2-pound weights. I prefer to just do maybe a 1/2 pound or a pound. It'll be enough. The last one here. Go ahead and close. Last thing, we're going to scissor the arms. So go ahead, reach one arm down as you reach the other up. Try to keep your head and your chest in the same spot. So these are pairs, so let's do 2 more pairs. So that, and that is 1. And then we go again, and 1 more time for 2. Then you can go ahead, just reach the arms up overhead and allow your ribs to come up a little bit. Maybe you can go ahead and move the hips a little bit. Just a nice little stretch here as we open up the chest a little bit more. Go ahead and take the legs long. You could keep them bent here, but we're going to try and come up off the bolster. So you can use your hands to come up. Otherwise, you can curl up and then come up and over. And that's our roll up right there. Now, if you think this is going to move any on you, then go ahead and place something sticky underneath. But let's do 4 more roll downs, roll ups. Ooh, I may have said rollovers before, but roll up. Roll up, roll down. You're just trying to get yourself onto your bolster and come back up. And mine's slipping a little bit, and that's okay. I'm just getting a little bit of extension. You could also flip it the other way and pull it into a little bit if you need a little bit more extension. So as you come back, you can come up and over. You could even circle the arms. So there's an option for you next time. Let's go ahead and do 1 more. Reach it back. Bring the arms up and over and come back up. Excellent. Let's place this underneath the hips. Like I said, this is going to be a really short one. So first we did a little arm series, a little bit of roll up to engage here. Now we're going to bring our hips on top. You can sit on, otherwise you can bridge up. The idea is that you're going to take your hips up so that your hips are above the heart. That's there for you, but they can be up any amount that you want. And you want this to be nice and sturdy here. All right, so from here, we're just gonna reach one leg up. We're gonna do a little single leg circle. So cross the body, come down and around. Do 5 each way. Feels nice. It's nice to have that nice little hip prop. And then pause, you'll go to the outside, come down and around. This is another nice one to sort of open up those hips, since a lot of us sit all day long. It's a really nice hip opener. Last one here. And then go ahead, bring that leg down, and then pull it in. We'll do the other side. Try and keep some equal weight in both of those hips if you can. And then come down and around. A little turnout with the leg that's moving. One side might feel very different than the other side, and that's okay. Last one, bring it up, then we go to the outside, come down and around. Does not matter how big these circles are. It just matters that you're opening up the front of the hip and that you're trying to control the circle with your leg. And then go ahead, bring that down. We're going to do a little bit of a psoas stretch here. So from here, you're going to take one leg up, reach it up, flex. From here, you're going to try and reach out of the waist, take that heel away from you, and try and start opening up the front of the hip, that hip flexor. So reach it away really slowly. Sometimes when I do this in studio, I make my clients count to 20. All the way down. If you can get your heel down to the bottom or as far as you can go, that's okay. Try and stretch the heel away from you for a count of 3 to increase the stretch in the front of the hip and your back. Then bend that leg in, drag the heel in, reach up, flex, and we'll do another one, and then we'll switch. Really good leg strengthener and really good stretch. Take it down. And I'm not counting on this one, but the idea is that you're doing it nice and slow. You want it to be a little work, but also a little stretchy. When you get your heel down, you're going to slide it away from you for about a count of 3. Flex the foot, reach the heel away, then pull that leg in. Reach the other leg up. Whew, this one's tight. So now we need to reach out the hip, reach the leg away, take the heel away as you take the leg down. Slowing down when it gets a little bit harder so that you can really feel that stretch in the front of the hip. It's different on every body. Take the leg down. And if you get on this side and the foot won't come down unless you lift up, that's okay. Go to where you can and then still see if you can stretch the heel away from you for about a count of 3. Then drag the heel in. We'll do one more. Bend the knee, reach the leg up, flex the foot, and then again, try and lengthen out of that hip. So really that just means that you're trying to create space between that lowest rib, the top of the hip, and really trying to reach the hips away, reach the heel away to get that nice strength and stretch in the leg all at the same time. Reach it away. Then once the heel gets down, you're going to push the heel away, stretch it out for a count of 3 to 5. Then pull that leg back in. So again, I said this is really nice for the nervous system to have the hips up. Has a nice calming effect, which is good. So this, I just wanted to be a nice warm workout, slow, feeling good from the upper body to lower, because sometimes it's hard to get our practice in. I know it's hard to get the practice in, but sometimes we just need to do things that feel good in our bodies. And it's enough. It's still work, and it's good for our brains and good for the body. So from here, you're just going to reach the legs up. If that's tight for you, You know, you don't have to go very far up with these, but we're just going to do a little bit of leg movement here. So heels together, toes apart. You can bend the knees in as much as you can stay on your prop, on your bolster, without it sliding away. Again, you can always use a pad. Then from here, you're going to reach the legs away, but you're still going to sort of pull that pelvis in to reach out of those hip flexors again, and then pull the legs back in. Yeah, we're just going to warm up the backside here and pull in. Let's do 3 more. Reach it away and bring it back. Don't make it too strenuous. We're just getting some blood flow in the legs. If you ever have a little bit of swelling in the low leg, the ankle, the top of the foot after sitting all day, this little series here is really good for you. I really like it because I do have that sometimes. Reach the legs up. From here, if this doesn't slide, you can go ahead and bring your hands to your leg and do a little stretch, nice and slow, stretch, reach. The leg that goes down needs to still be active. That'll help you stay on your bolster. So we're just going to call this high scissors because our pelvis is higher. Yep. It's also single straight leg stretch in our ab series, but we're doing a little hamstring stretch here at the same time. Okay, and then go ahead and bring those legs up. We'll circle the legs and then we'll finish. So you can go as low as you want to. Pull the legs in, reach away. So the more you move your pelvis a little bit more with this, you might get a little bit of stretch. So what I'm going to say to you, do what feels good. Do what you think your body needs today, because that's what's going to make you happy. The last one this way. Pull the legs in, reach the legs away. Then you get to open up, stretch them out to the outside, come in. 4 more like that. So for all of these exercises, you can aim for 3 to 5 of all of them. You can mix it up. 3 of some, 5 of the other, whatever you want. All right, reach that up. Now, if you're there for it, then you can go ahead and just take the legs out nice and wide. Maybe you need to support back behind your legs. That's okay. Flex and point and just reach your legs away. You're just going to try and stretch the inner thighs a little bit. So if you can hold a little bit, you can press on the inside. Otherwise, just holding up is good enough. Legs can be bent. That's okay. So you can just point and flex. Point and flex. Okay. Then bring the legs back in. From here, we're just going to do a little bit of a breathing exercise. You're going to pull one leg in. You're going to take the other long. Very similar to what we did with that psoas stretch. And you're going to allow the leg to just kind of hang and be. Maybe should have done this with this leg first so you could see it. But the idea is that you're opening up the hip flexor. We're just going to breathe here for 3 breaths. The leg that's reaching away from you down here, it's not doing anything. You're just allowing it to open up and release all the tension that you have in your body. So even if you're lightly holding this knee, I want you to think that you have nice light arms. It's only here to provide a little extra stretch. We're not trying to stretch this leg at all. 1 more breath. Excellent. Then go ahead, if you need to help, maybe bend the knee, pull that other leg in. And then from here, you're going to take this leg out and you're just going to reach it out and let it open up. And it can be wherever it needs to be. Maybe it'll touch the ground, maybe it won't, and that's okay. And again, we're going to release all the tension in the upper arms and in this leg. You might want to try holding the leg, but let's see if you can just let go. Just let go for 3 breaths. I know it's not a Pilates thing. This is a yin thing, a yin yoga thing, and that's okay. This is the last thing we're going to do. We're just going to release, breathe in and out, and be happy that we moved our bodies for just a little bit. I just wanted this to kind of be just a really nice, relaxing flow. If you want to start wiggling the toes a little bit, you can. And then if you need to help this leg up, you can. Might need to bend the knee. Then from here, you can pull the legs in very gently. Rock the hips side to side. Because we're all done. That's it. Just a little arm, a few roll-ups, and a little bit of lower body. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Now, if you still have a little bit of swelling in the legs, you could always take the legs up, hold them up, or put them against a wall for a little bit of time. Just do whatever feels good to you. And then I want you to come out of this nice and slowly, because I think sometimes when we come out of our exercises, we come out really, really fast. So you come out however you need to come out. It doesn't have to be pretty. And then come up nice and slow. And that's it. That's our nice, relaxed mat using a bolster with a little bit of a yin infused in there at the end. Oh, if you liked this short and soothing mat, please like, share, and subscribe. The more I get likes and shares, subscriptions, the more I can put out there for you.